It's been a few years without dislikes on YouTube, and to be frank, it's been a clear failure. Dislikes were never about the advertisers or the creators. It's always been about the audience and what they think. The audience that were once able to express themselves with a simple like or dislike. Now, if you want to disagree with your favorite content creator, the only way to let them know now is through a strongly worded comment that they could delete or make a post on their dead subreddit that they'll probably never see. The lack of dislike has made the platform run rampant with botted channels, botted comments, perverted ads, and scams. This much is true. Now let's talk about the state of botted views and likes. Anytime I want a tutorial, the way to tell if it's actually good is to look at the likes. If it has no likes or 10 likes, I'm probably not gonna pay attention or give it any of my time. I'll just go to one that has views, that has likes, that has comments, that vouch for the content. But the problem with that is when there's botted views and botted likes, the reliability on those videos deteriorate over time. Like, I cannot trust a platform that has these contents that are botted. How will I tell that apart with the tools I'm given? A reliability of a video or any product ever is almost always determined by how many people vouch for it. And when the ability to freely review products is obstructed, then bots can overtake the conversation, artificially inflating likes to increase their favorability. First, it was the dislikes, now it's the age verification, and in the future, who knows what? Who knows what kind of power they hold over us? Like, I scripted this video a while ago and age verification was the biggest obstruction of our privacy then. But now it's gotten even worse. There are things that, like what happened with Steam and MasterCard, where they can take down games because they think it's inappropriate. But why should a payment processor have control of what's on a platform? But people will always tell me that bypasses for this kind of stuff has always existed, will always exist. But isn't it kind of hypocritical how YouTube right now has made it harder for content creators to deal with ad blockers? They have made it so ad blocked videos do not count towards their views. That in itself is placing content creators to be in direct line of conflict with people that use ad blocks. And they use ad blocks on the very platform that YouTube exists on. They're under Google. Why is it behind an extra step? Why are we not able to look at the dislikes on videos that we were already able to see before? That extra step means there's somebody that will not take that extra step and fall for scams, fall for things that otherwise even been a problem if dislikes were public. Like, it's especially dangerous for these kids to then go on the web to find bypasses where they might even leak their own information in order to get that bypass. And obviously across the web, it seems more and more every single day that the consumer is losing. When they capture enough of the market with their ploys, they can do whatever they want with that said product. In the end, if you give them an inch, they will take a mile. It's not the first time anybody's called this out. This idea that everything is getting worse on the internet, everything is going towards a clear downhill. That is the process of enshittification. Enshittification is a process where gradually over time, online goods and services become more and more expensive as the quality of the products decrease, in the end serving only the interests of the shareholders, advertisers, and business partners. This is the very reason that not only the removal of dislikes, but the bundling of more and more features behind paywalls, where prioritizing AI development over improvements for the user. In this process, they minimize the cost on their end, increase the prices on our end, delivering an annual stock increase for their investors, for their shareholders. Like YouTube's AI feature that came out after I wrote the script again, where they put a filter on every video now, which nobody asked for, but surely it definitely drove the shareholders to believe in the product more, and that inadvertently probably drove up Alphabet stock prices. And these stock prices are then projected on the news, on the talk shows, on these debates, where we look at the stock market and tell the common people the stock prices are going up. The S&P 500 is all-time high. Nvidia's a $3 trillion company. Who does that help? They use the same metric to tell the consumer that the economy is thriving, as if the burden of the stock price isn't directly levied to the consumer. The very things that increase the stock prices are the very things making the consumers' lives harder. It isn't only right to see these things happen and acknowledge it, but it is our duty as the consumer, as the user, to demand. Because who knows where the sinister cycle will take us. And it is only right to oppose it, because if you give them an inch, they will take a yard, they will take a mile, they will take everything that you have of worth and tell you that your life should be great because the stock prices are up. Social media is keeping us connected through our agreements and disagreements. And when they take our voice, the dislikes start to represent something much more sinister. We become the product that we thought we were consumers of. And when the likes disappear next, then maybe the comments, or when your feed is completely overrun with AI content made solely by the algorithm, will you oppose it then? Maybe by then, we'll be too entranced in its magic to look away. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed. That's about it for me. I yapped for a little too long, but I just had to get my thoughts out. It's really scary where things are going. How far it's gonna go, who knows? But go and say something to make your voices heard, because once that ability is gone, there won't be anybody to stand for something. There won't be anybody to stand for you, because there won't be anywhere to stand. And that's about it. See ya.